Hi, I'm Kevin Eikenberry, and I'm here to help you reach your potential as a leader and a human being. Welcome to Remarkable TV. Today we're talking about your biggest priorities for the year. Are you ready? Let's get started. Well, the title of this is The Final Four, or What is Your Final Four? And so you may be thinking, Kevin, we're not here to talk about basketball. Hey, I love basketball. I love the idea of the words Final Four because I love college basketball and I love alliteration. And so it has both of those things. I'm not really here to talk about either. I'm here to talk about the idea of a Final Four. I'm here to talk about the idea of your biggest and most important priorities for the year. We're here to talk about priorities. Now, I'm releasing this at the end of the year, and this is the time of year a lot of people are thinking about this very topic, but this is a timeless topic, and it's somewhat arbitrary that everyone wants to talk about their priorities at the end of or the start of the year. So if you're watching, then great, but whenever you're watching, this is 100% applicable, right? So we're talking about your most important priorities for the year, and we're going to talk about 4 because I think 4 is a useful number. If we have too many, we don't have any priorities, and if we only have 1, then that might not be all we want either. I think 4 is a good number. 3, 4, 5, but again, final 4, all right? So how do you create the final 4, and how do you get them to be of value to you as your priorities for the year? I got 5 things for you. Number 1, decide. I want you to write down your priorities. You may have a bunch of stuff you want to accomplish, and all of it may be valuable, and a lot of it you may want to accomplish. But if you look back at the end of the year, if these 4 things were accomplished, this would define a successful year. That's the 4 you're trying to get to. Decide what they are and write them down. Second, commit. Commit to them, and one of the ways to commit to them is to share them. And if these are priorities that are going to be used by your entire team or by a group of people, you definitely need to share them. But even if it's just to hold yourself accountable, sharing them commits you to them being your highest priorities. Next, plan. Yeah, build a plan every week for what you're going to do, what you're going to do that week that relates to your priorities. And plan by looking at what's already on your calendar to say, do these things move me closer to my final 4? Next, act. Every day. We're going to plan every week. We're going to act every day. Each day, am I doing at least one small thing that moves me closer to one or more of those priorities? If you ask yourself that question every morning and ask yourself that question at the end of every day, you'll be much more likely to have made progress toward those final 4 priorities. And lastly, review. I just suggested that you review or reflect every day, but at a minimum, I want you to review regularly. How am I doing? How are we doing? Are we on track towards reaching those final 4? That those things that we really need to accomplish, we're moving forward to accomplishing during the course of the given time period. The final 4, the highest priorities. Call them what you want. Make sure you have them. If you have them, you got a much better chance of achieving them. Let me close with today's tweet. Too many priorities means no priorities. Hey, listen, I hope that you've enjoyed this episode of Remarkable TV. And if you have, I hope you'll sign up and subscribe so that we can let you know each week when the new one arrives. You don't have to wait. You don't have to rely on your memory. You can just get a reminder each week of the next episode. So you can subscribe on this page. You can subscribe in this video. You see how to do it. I hope you will. Either way, I look forward to seeing you on the next episode of Remarkable TV.